What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to do a Social Security update. I'm going to show you guys a couple of clips, and this is from the Executive Director of Social Security Works. There was a hearing a few weeks ago, and I will watch the whole hearing, and I'll clip it up and show you guys different portions. But I want to show you this because there's a couple of clips where they're talking about Social Security. They're talking about reform to Social Security. And I think it's important for all of us to be focused on this. And so we'll play those clips in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so we're going to play the first clip. Then we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about it. And then we'll play the next clip. Here we go.
Mr. Lawson, some Republicans have proposed raising the full retirement age to 69 or 70 to protect Social Security solvency and avoid benefit cuts. This is misleading. Can you share the actual impact of raising the retirement age would have on Social Security benefits and on the adults who rely on them?
Yes, absolutely. Every year the retirement age is raised, it's a 7% benefit cut across the board to everybody's Social Security benefits. It's not like a benefit cut, it is a benefit cut. Because the retirement age really has nothing to do with when you retire, it is just the mathematical point at which you receive your full benefits. So if you raise it, then you're cutting everyone's benefits by 7% per year.
Okay, so we've heard politicians talk about this. We need to raise the full retirement age. That's how we're going to reform Social Security. Well, first off, just raising their full retirement age, let's say they raise it from 67 to 70. That's not going to completely reform Social Security. You're still going to need to do other things like Social Security cuts or provide some type of a revenue stream. So just raising the full retirement age is not going to be enough. And another thing, when it comes to raising the full retirement age, we know we all have an expiration date. And we don't know what that date is, but when it comes down to receiving Social Security benefits, if you tell me I can only receive Social Security benefits from 70 until my expiration date, that shortens that window. Because right now you can receive it from 67 until that expiration date. And that's if you want to get your full Social Security benefits, of course. Now, if you want to take it at 62, you can take it at 62, but you're gonna be looking at a 30% cut in those benefits. And so if you wait until you're 67, then you'll be able to collect your full benefits. Or if you wait until right now, if you wait until you're 70, then you get plus ups of about 24%. And so right now, if you choose to wait until you're 70, you get a perk. You get a bonus on top of that. But if they raise the full retirement age to 70, guess what? You're no longer going to get that bonus. And so the bottom line, when you hear politicians talking about, well, we can raise the full retirement age, the next question that you should have for them is, okay, does that reform Social Security? And their answer to you is going to be, well, a little bit. That's not enough. You need to do more. And so don't let a politician come out and say, we can raise the full retirement age. That will solve the problem. That's not going to solve the problem. And what we're going to see is they're going to say, okay, we'll raise the full retirement age, but we still need to raise taxes. We still need to raise the FICA tax on you. And so now you're getting hit with the higher, tax, which in some situations, I think in this situation, when it comes to FICA, we could raise the tax because it makes sense. You think of it as an investment. You're investing a little bit more to assure that you have your 100%. So that makes sense to me. But if they say, well, we'll raise taxes and we're going to raise the full retirement age, that's going to impact you because that determines when you can retire for most people because they're going to want to collect their full Social Security benefits. And so they're going to say, well, I wanted to retire at 67, but now I need to wait until 70 if I want to collect those full benefits to go with the other retirement plans that I have set up. So I want to know what you guys think about this, so let me know in the comments below. Let's take a look at the next clip. Here we go. And I should have said from the start, that was Senator Gillibrand that was asking the question. Now this is Rick Scott, Senator Scott asking the question. Here we go.
Does your group have a proposal to get more people into the workforce?
What we would propose is a solution that would address the problem, which is that billionaires don't pay the same rate into Social Security as the rest of us. And that is what the actuaries say drives the entire problem, not the worker dependency ratio.
Do you have the proposal?
I have a proposal that would solve the problem, not one that would aim at something that does not factor in.
Can you send me the proposal?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's Senator Sanders' bill. I'm a co-sponsor.
So
Blow the cap. It's the blow the cap bill. Create a donut hole so someone who earns less than $400,000, but more than what the current top number is, which is what,
176.
Yeah, 176 right now. that they don't pay any additional, but that you get that 6% for all income above $400,000. That's the bill.
Okay, so you saw Senator Gillibrand actually jumped in on that. So what I find interesting, there are a few different dynamics, and I think it's just, I mean, we're looking at, first off, Social Security Works, they're a nonprofit organization, okay? Now, Senator Scott was asking the executive director of Social Security Works, well, do you have a proposal? Realistically, they don't need to have a proposal because that's the legislator's job. That's the senator's job to actually have proposals. The reason why they're running these hearings is to have experts come out and talk about the impact of this when it comes to Social Security or when it comes to anything. The senators and the representatives in the House, they need to come up with the proposals. These Congress people have gotten so lazy now, it's like, okay, well, just show me the proposal and then I'll go and try to pass it through. No, you need to create your own proposals. And I like how Senator Gillibrand, she chimed in and said, look, Bernie Sanders has a plan. Senator Sanders, he's had the reform for Social Security for a long time now. He's been talking about this. That's the $200 increase for Social Security benefits. And so he has a plan. He has a pay for it. She's talking about the donut hole. And so basically the way it works is right now, if you are earning $176,100 or less, you're paying into FICA, 6.2%. And then what would happen is they would have a donut. So from $176,100 to $400,000, you still don't have to pay into FICA because once you get over $176,100, you no longer have to pay into FICA. And so when you get to that $400,000, that's when you'll have to start contributing to FICA again. So contributing at 6.2%. So that's the donut that she was talking about. But it's just, it's amazing to me how you have politicians just out loud saying, well, do you have a proposal? No, that's your job. Your job is to bring the proposals to the floor, vote on those proposals, make them law. That's your job. But apparently, Senator Scott doesn't think that he needs to do that. He needs to rely on these interest groups to create their own proposals. Now, the reality is, yes, a lot of that is going on. You have these interest groups, special interest groups, they create proposals, and they will just hand them off to senators and hand them off to representatives in the House, and then they'll try to move that through Congress. That does happen. That does happen probably more than it should happen. But there are even situations where they create a template. And so a special interest group will create a template of a proposal, and that template would leave it blank when it comes to the name and all that stuff. And the reason why they know it's a template is because some Congress people don't even change the template. And so you have the proposal, but where they're supposed to put their name, they didn't change that. And so when it goes up there, it says your name here, when it's like, okay, obviously it's a template, and you didn't completely fill out the template. So we need to demand more from our Congress people. We really need to demand more. It's like, look, you need to sit down and put a proposal together that represents the American people, because that's why we hired you. That's why we voted for you. Or even if we didn't vote for you, you still need to represent us. You can't just rely on special interests to put these proposals together. That's your job. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.